Islam forbids corruption. Islam warns the Ummah, that is Islamic community, against anyone who use religion to cover bloodshed. So, if our northern leaders are really good Muslims, why did these people break every Islamic rules of leadership? Among these northern leaders, one name stands out: Sheikh Ahmad Gumi. And today we are going to talk about who Gumi really is. Now, before I proceed, I want to say this: Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, you have walked into the forest many times, but today the forest is looking back at you. Nigerians has watched your pattern. Saudi Arabia has watched your pattern. The world has watched your pattern. You build your influence in silence, but today silence is no longer your shelter. Understand this clearly. No man who legalized terror escape the wrath of truth. Your blueprint is no longer hidden. Your methods are no longer mysterious. Your alliances is no longer invisible. You became the voice of men with guns, but now Nigeria is becoming the voice against your deceit. This message is not a threat, it is a mirror. Look at it very well and see yourself clearly, because we have seen you and your script is finished. From childhood, Gumi grow up inside power, not money power, not political power, na ideological power. Ahmad Gumi was born the same day Nigeria got their independence. That was 1st of October 1960 in Kano State. Ahmad Gumi attended Sadwana Memorial College for his secondary school education. Afterward, he gained an admission into Madibelo University, where he studied medicine. After graduating, Gumi was enlisted into the Nigerian Defense Academy and he served as a medical officer. He attended the rank of a captain before he retired. By then, he had already have a deeper exposure to military structure, their operation, and their strategy. Now, after leaving the army, he traveled to Saudi Arabia. This is where Gumi transformation started from. Gumi got enrolled into Akura University, where he was exposed to deeper Islamic rules and laws, global Islamic politics, and Islamic ideological power shaping Africa. Now, people don't understand the importance of those things when Gumi they exposed to. Saudi Arabia is where you learn how Islamic influence operate on a global level. Now, after the whole study in Saudi Arabia, Gumi returned back to Nigeria. But at that time, he was not just an Islamic preacher anymore. He was now a product of two systems: a military mind plus a religious identity. That combination is rare, dangerous, and powerful in the north. Now, after he came back from the Saudi Arabia, he became a teacher in the Nigeria Defense Academy. So, with all this knowledge where Gumi gathered from Saudi and Nigeria Academy, he started doing preaching work. He was doing some daily Tafa program, preaching religion. So, this man started coming on air, start doing some charity work. So, people call they see him as public figure, so he call they gain followers. Now, many of these armed groups that is in the forest, the X-Men, the Boko Haram, all those people, they don't listen to this man preaching, to his program. So they always see this man as a father. Now, why is he say many of them, they respect him so much? Because this bandit will never trust a certain politician, a Christian leader, or a military officer. But you see Gumi mirror these people. They can see their self in him. Now, here is where he become more tough. Within the northern Nigeria, there is a quiet, massive competition going on. A competition for religious dominance, political influence, control of armed groups. So, for Gumi, becoming the man that can talk to bandits, make Gumi itself a power structure outside politics. Because that will give him influence, relevance, funding, and political leverage. So every time bandits strike again, Gumi become important again. That is why he defends them publicly because he strengthened his role as a negotiator. Know this, bandits are not just criminals. They are a force, and whosoever influences them owns power. Now, listen carefully. This is the part people don't know about him yet. Gumi has an agenda independently of everyone around him, and his agenda is bigger than bandits, bigger than government, bigger than Nigeria. Gumi is trying to become the ideological godfather of northern bandits, but without openly identifying himself as a jihadist. That is why when Gumi traveled to Saudi to perform the Hajj pilgrimage, despite having a valid visa, he was denied entry. You should ask yourself, why a country that welcomed me before suddenly marked him as red flag? Because Saudi intelligence saw what Nigeria has refused to see. The danger here is not that Gumi speaks to bandits. Anyone can talk to anyone. The danger is that Gumi defines them. He creates the language around them. He gives them an identity beyond crime. And that is dangerous because narrative build legitimacy, and legitimacy build power. I know some of you might be wondering why they never arrest this man. Because if Gumi should be exposed, names go come out. The name what we no ever expect for this country, all of them go come out. That is why the government are playing safe. So this is the overview of who Gumi is. Because now, bandits don't they give order, make police arrest politicians. They will not fall to these people trouble because that is the agenda they want to set to Nigeria. So it should not be carried away with these people plan. How we respond, we now determine our fate to know where we belong to, and for bandits to know where they will belong to. That is it all for now.